The next question comes from Toronto, Canada. I watched a manufacturer's instructional video which states that white spots on the surface of the nail are caused by dehydration. The removal technique they used was somewhat forceful. Many nail techs will use this forcing method thinking they're following manufacturer's recommendations. What do you think about this? Well, yes, I agree. This is very unfortunate, especially when manufacturers are supposed to provide fact-based information, not just the uninformed opinions of a few, which unfortunately is what often occurs. When this does occur, if you don't complain to the manufacturer, then you become an unwitting party to this misinformation. Everyone bothered by misinformation should contact the source of the misinformation and challenge them to change it or prove it. This should happen every time and all the time, but this rarely occurs. If the incorrect information goes unchallenged, then manufacturers will assume that they are correct, or that no one will notice when they're sloppy with the facts. Much of this misinformation in the industry comes directly from manufacturers. Now that's because many of whom are really not manufacturers at all, but instead they're private labelers placing their own label on products they don't make and often don't understand well enough. These private labelers then feed misinformation to nail magazines, and the nail magazines reprint it as if it were facts. But wait, where do the manufacturers get their misinformation? Well, they hire veteran nail technicians who provide them with uninformed opinions based on outdated information and myths. I'm not saying this happens every time. I'm saying this happens too much. I believe this is why many nail techs have lost respect for manufacturers' directions. So they make up their own directions, which creates even more problems. If you call yourself a manufacturer, you should be doing a lot of research to determine the best practices and not relying on a few favorite nail technicians' opinions. I wonder how many manufacturers even bother to watch face-to-face with Doug Schoon. I'll wager not many, and I'll say the same for many veteran nail techs. Too many in this industry assume they know the facts when they're really just propagating more misinformation.